Watercooler. Watercooler. Watercooler.
Hello and welcome to Watercooler. Happy November, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Happy Brovember.
Oh, it is Brovember. Woo! You know how the show goes. I, Chris Lux, I'm on a kick it with my Krill digital buds like Gary Smith.
What's up?
Hey, Gary.
What's up?
And Mike Dawson.
Aloha.
And that's it. That's right.
And
Key
that's
3,
it.
baby. We did it. We're here.
Key 3.
Oh, yeah. Matt Fondleween is celebrating Fondleween on his trip to Lake Tahoe.
How do you feel about this? Matt Fondleween sent a picture of him and his wife all dressed up in their costumes at this steakhouse, looking super happy. Mm-hmm. And he said, happy Fondleween. And he sent it to a group chat with me and two of our other friends.
Oh, that's nice.
And
he
then
tweeted it, too.
And then 60 seconds later, I see that it's on Twitter. He's testing his material on my group chat.
Oh, he's testing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Beta group.
He's focused, researching it.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys all, give it a thumbs up? Did you give it a ha-ha?
There was some light positivity, and then I saw it, and then I immediately called him out on it.
I'll tell you what happened there was he didn't get enough from you guys.
Yeah, there wasn't. It was
He
the light positivity wasn't
enough.
right.
His dopamine levels were extremely low after something that he put a lot of time and effort into.
Yeah. Well, Gary, what if it was reversed and you saw that he tweeted it earlier?
I'd have been
and
fine
you
with
got the
that.
text? You'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he
I also would have been fine
with
with it 30 minutes later. But the fact that it was within 60 seconds, it's like, oh, you did a test. You didn't like your feedback, so now you're putting it to the people.
you got a mass text.
Yeah.
And Twitter was one of the people that he texted to.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel as special.
It cheapened it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I get what you're saying.
So answer for yourself when you return from your gallivanting week of gallivanting.
Yeah, he didn't really spend much time composing that tweet.
No,
if he already
didn't.
sent it out
I
just
bet.
willy-nilly.
Happy Fondleween. It kind of wrote itself.
Well, he had to get it out. It's a timely thing, so you can't spend that much time composing a Fondleween tweet.
True.
Yeah, because Fondleween's over, baby.
That's true, and he had
on.
already had 14 drinks by this point.
Probably. They did have some very fancy cocktails in the picture that looked delicious.
Yes.
And I'm sure had names.
Yes.
The Claw.
Dawson,
Yeah, buddy.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
As an Android user.
It won't be a satisfying answer though. I can guarantee you that. Go ahead.
Why do you say that?
I know my track record.
You know nothing of Chris's satisfaction.
Go on. That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm
That
very-
is true.
How
For
dare
the
you?
record,
Easily satisfied.
Just so everybody
from what I
knows.
hear.
Yeah, I am so easily satisfied.
Okay. I'll go. You know what? Fondleweer's not here. I wanted to add a little negativity to it
Appreciate that.
to just keep it all
Good
real.
looking out, Dawes.
Yeah.
Now go ahead.
Okay. The reaction text that you get from iPhone users. Chris liked this message.
Yeah.
Chris laughed at this message. Chris
Yeah.
exclaimed this message. It's
Yeah.
an iPhone thing. How do you what do you think when you get that? Does it bother you? Does it make you feel left out?
There's a lot of this works on a
annoy
lot
you?
of levels. First level is you get a text notification and you realize it's not a fucking text. They're just regurgitating your own text back at you.
Sure.
Let's just work at this baseline. I'll assume that unless you come back to me with a text that said, "You cocksucker, I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of you," I will assume that you liked my text.
Oh.
How about that?
Okay.
Now, when somebody comes in and they love the text, that one I'm okay with. Because, I text somebody, "You're buying dinner tonight," and they love that shit. And I'm like, yeah, I got you.
But Dawes, I was with you at first, but the thumbs up or the liked is a very utilitarian thing. It's a way of saying, I have seen this, copy that. Mm-hmm. No need for you to follow back and say, did you see this? And
They
do you
should
have
call it
this
something
information?
different.
Yeah,
They should call it Roger.
That I'm with.
Ooh,
Copy that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
copy that or Roger. I like that.
Chris, I can say
I don't know.
Loud
I
and
don't-
clear. Give
I
me a
don't-
loud and clear.
I don't necessarily like everything that I was texted, but I do want to acknowledge that it was
Yeah.
received, and I shall move on with my life with knowing that I have received that text, and
That's right.
I can react accordingly.
Affirmative, Ghost Rider. I have the ball.
Ooh, yeah. So we need a Roger or an affirmative reaction, Gary.
Yeah.
For Tech Talk, you can email Mr.
Cook?
Mr. Tim Apple, and then we also need a you cocksucker, I'm going to beat the shit out of you if you dislike it.
Yes. Yeah, it's just to make that a standard choice of the text. But look, if only send that one if you really hate the text.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll just assume you like it.
There's no thumbs down.
If I'm texting you and you're my friend, you know.
Oh yeah, there's a thumbs down.
Okay. Well, that gets
So like somebody says, "I'll be late," and then you see that they like the text, and you're like, "Oh, well, maybe I just won't show up at all."
Is there
if
anything
you like that I'm going to be late? So yeah, there should be. I read you loud and clear, over and out.
Is there anything worse, Chris? And I don't know how often this happens to you, but you get into a group chain with north of 10 people that has one Android user, but none of the women in the chain, usually in my family, understand that there is that Android, so they will all like or heart or whatever the one text that has the information.
Yeah.
And then it ends up that you're getting 15 of those different texts.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, that
I like being
does
that
happen.
Android guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hate it.
I'm good at that.
Well, also speaking of text messaging etiquette, I have now I've been a strong proponent of the haha versus the LOL and
Sure.
laughing because one.
Do you mean the haha typed out or the haha as the emoji?
No, excuse me, the haha typed out, right?
Okay, sure.
I've been typing haha for years since probably the beginning of texting.
There's
I know
several versions of haha saved in my phone,
same.
depending on how funny it is.
Exactly. So because you can gauge how funny you like it,
Yeah.
like how many whatever HAHAs that follow the ha will gauge how funny I truly think this text is.
Exactly.
Oh,
but there are only three choices. Yeah.
Or even a ha. I'll go a ha.
I do a ha. A ha is more like Roger.
Aha's a good one, but the better one is the HAH.
The ha.
Yeah.
Ha.
Ha!
Yeah. That's a well, there was a joke you tried to do there.
Nice.
Well, I saw that was supposed to
Yeah.
be humor.
So I was a big proponent of that. And I actually was very against the LOL because, one, it's misleading. I know you didn't truly laugh out loud.
I don't know. I've laughed out loud at some texts you've sent me.
Oh, well, I'm very funny.
Yeah.
But I never used it. I just thought, I'm not a 14-year-old girl. I'm not going to type LOL. Until
I
probably the
agree.
last year or so.
I have this. I feel like, you were like my foster kid or like my little brother, the Catholic Big Brothers.
Yeah, Daddy.
And
Papa?
you just shaved or you just got into college.
Yeah.
I'm like, good job, kid.
Thanks.
Yeah, proud of you. I've never LOL'd in my life. That's the first time I said it, and I want to beat myself up.
Well, we're getting that drop of you saying
Yeah.
LOL
Yeah.
now. You've never LOL'd. Well,
Nope.
You've definitely done things for the lols.
yeah. Do you not do anything for the lols? The lols.
The lols.
No, I'm confused.
Dawson.
Lol. You gotta do it for. I do it for like Limp Bizkit did it for the Nookie. I do it for the lulls.
Okay, the lols.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a hard word. It's
Yeah.
a hard word to say.
LOLZ, which I
Dragging that
also
one through
use now.
broken glass.
So LOL, I have found it's just been very useful for me, and particularly because I get them a lot because once again I'm very funny, and people will type it to me, and I found it very satisfying. Like I like receiving the LOL, even though I know you don't laugh out loud, and I started using it, and life has gotten weirdly better.
How so?
Yeah, expound.
I also would say if it's even gotten weirdly better, it's been minuscule or microscopic.
It's enough for me to talk about on a podcast.
Okay, because
Dawson.
I'm curious the level of improvement this has done to Chris's life. But go on.
Okay,
Okay,
it's only 3 letters
what is
every time.
it?
What is it?
It's LOL.
3 letters. Actually, 2 different letters, but I type 3 keys. LOL, and I'm out. I'm in the clear, and I still give the satisfaction.
Dawson's mic just gave up.
I give the sender the satisfaction that I acknowledge it and I found it pleasing.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a similar renaissance with the thumbs up and like the haha, like those little emoticons that we were talking about at the beginning. I hated those when they first came out.
Me too.
For about 2 or 3 years, I resisted them. But it's so much easier to just boom, boom, and I'm done.
And I'm not against receiving them. So why would I be against sending it?
That was what I finally decided. Is I liked receiving them. Like somebody thumbs up my text, boom, we're done. I know you have that info. We're moving on. I'll see you at the pizza place at 2.
Yeah. So
I can feel the thumbs up because it's just a thumb. That's a Roger. That's a copy thing. But I also will never do it. See, grown men should never say the word Cali.
Oh, I
don't
hate
live
Cali.
in Cali.
I don't like Cali. It's like San
unless
Fran.
you're
Do you not
Tupac.
like San Fran?
No, you don't say San Fran. You say Frisco.
SF.
Yeah, SF, easy.
I go SF.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been on the Cali board.
We call it the city up there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we're down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've always been just say California or CA. I never
CA.
go the 4-letter abbreviation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say Cali out here. It's akin to saying that wearing Hollister gear is the California look.
Yeah.
It's just other people who don't live here think that's what's going on.
You know, I'll text my drummer, Rainin, sometimes, and he's like
That's his name.
in his early 30s. Yeah. Yeah. And
I don't want people to think he's texting during the
well, it's Rainin. Yeah. Yeah, no, that is his
I'm
name.
real
His name
lonely.
is Rainin.
I text my drummer when I look outside and it's pouring.
And he's like early 30s, late 20s. I don't know.
You don't know.
I'll text him downbeat at 7 tonight for rehearsal. And he'll text me back fucking muscles.
Oh, that
And
works.
I'm like, all right, dude.
He's kinda
fucking,
muscular,
You're coming
though.
strong. Let's go.
Oh, he's
rock
also
and roll.
He
So
also
I
wears
do
the sleeveless
love
shirts a lot.
getting them. I just can't. It's a path too far for me to send them.
Sure.
What's the last emoji you've used?
I've never used an emoji.
Yeah, I think we've been over that.
That I believe.
That tracks. Can I be your first one?
Is there a Chris Loxamana emoji?
No, but would you just send me?
If there is one, I will text it to you.
We should do a game, Gary, next time or sometime in the future, where we just ask Dawson, "Is it an emoji?" and we'll just give him a word and see if he knows if there's an emoji for that or not. That'd be kind of fun.
I would play the odds on that and say yes every time.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
By the way, Tim Apple, can we get a water cooler emoji? He doesn't make the emojis.
No, he doesn't. It's not even Apple.
Oh, okay.
There's like an emoji consortium.
Yes.
Really?
It's like a
like that word.
governing board of emojis. It's like voted on. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
How can we get someone from there to be on our show?
Well, clearly they're listening right now. So
Yes.
bark
If you're
at us.
part of the emoji board,
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk about what we all did this weekend?
sure.
I had a couple people bark at me down at the Brea Improv.
Nice.
Oh, yes. That's three.
The
We're
three of us.
The three
Key
of the
three.
five. Key three.
The people who like to work.
Yeah, we all went to Brea because Adam Carolla did a taping there, 2 shows, and we all did our parts. And as we've said on air, 3 of the 5 of the water cooler will be there. That was us 3, and it was nice seeing you guys on a Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't get to see you much because you had by far the hardest job in the building besides Adam Carolla, Rob Riggle, and Jay Leno. So you were pretty busy, but yeah, it was a fun time. I was bummed we ran out of time for Doss, so didn't get a chance to see his new material. But other than that, it was a great show. It was quite a production. I mean, there was 30 or 40 people running around there.
Camera jibs.
6 or 7 cameras, big fucking crane jib.
Yeah, forklifts
Yeah.
and shit. Like
Like
when
a
I showed
dude.
up there, I don't know what I knew it was a TV production, so I knew there would be some presence of a crew. But in 2021, you can do so many different versions of that. You can have like 9 skilled operators using an iPhone and like some sound gear, or you can have 60 people with like $400,000 worth of like pro TV gear. And
We did the
The
latter.
the second I knew that it was a fully professional one, I knew it was going to be professional, but yeah, occasionally I'm asked and Chris is asked to also be the audio guy for these things.
Sure.
And I look at the call sheet the night before and I'm going through and I don't see my name on the left side. And I found out that's good.
What's the left side mean?
The left side is the crew that's got to be there at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay. Whew.
The right side.
I didn't even get a call sheet.
The right
didn't
side is you didn't get one on email?
No.
Oh.
I didn't find out I was working the show until Friday night at 5 p.m., Dawson. I was driving home, and I called Nate about something else, and as we were hanging up, he's like, hey, wait, like XYZ, and I was like, no, but cool, see ya.
Luckily, it's in Gary's backyard. So
Yeah.
we just had to walk outside.
Well, it said,
and be at
not
the
a big
improv.
deal.
And then on
I
the
didn't mean
right
dox you.
side, it said talent. And it said Adam Carolla, Rob Riggle, Jay Leno, announcer, Mike Dawson. And when I saw that word announcer, I said, thank fucking God they're not going to sick me on sound.
Yeah.
All I have to do is talk. And then at one point, me and Izzy are outside smoking a cigarette, and Gary comes up and he goes, Dawson, I now think I get your job. I didn't know what it's like to do 10 minutes of work
over the course
of 8 hours.
Yeah. It's just that's sometimes it's Dawson's gig, and it's not something I've really experienced before. I ended up just making myself busy, as Dawson often does, because it's hard to sit around. But what Dawson was doing, it was like announcement for each show, which is only a few minutes, and I was just running one segment of the show, which was also just like 5 to 10 minutes in each show.
Yeah.
If you include...
Chris, by the way, never stopped working, and when I got home from that event, I was very tired, and I clicked on Chris Loxamana's stories, and it said, tonight, Tantalum, Long Beach, come see Loxy perform it. I had a panic attack.
Yeah, it happened. So, yeah, you guys say you worked only a few minutes for an 8-hour day.
If I
that
count...
whole day felt like it lasted like a minute to me.
Yeah, I bet.
It was It was high stress. I lost days of my life.
It was hard watching you work.
The amount of time I worked, including writing the outros, was under a minute.
Yeah, I was telling Gary that.
No, it was about 5. I worked
my
about 5 minutes.
My grandkids lost a few days with Grandpa.
Yeah.
After that show.
That was a real bummer conversation.
Yeah, but Doss, what happened with the stand-up set?
So I walked in knowing.
Announced
I
earlier.
walked in and I see all these fucking cameras everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get nixed.
Yeah, we announced
this ain't going to happen.
That Dawson was going to open the show. Just do a few minutes before Adam came out, warm up the crowd a little bit, be an opener. And then you walked in going, no, there's too much going on. There was a lot going on.
Well, no, I didn't say no. I was ready to go.
No, he could
I
just
kept telling Adam. I just knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, and
I was
you were expecting...
not unprepared for it.
I could sort of feel that vibe too when I got there, because I was told to get there at a certain time to run through, a test run of the show. And I showed up a half hour before that time. And there was no way we were testing in the next hour. Like, everything was still going. There was so much going on that everyone was a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did this. I said to Adam when he was on stage and we were all sitting in the booths up front, and you were going through the stuff on the screen.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I got 2 tight 5s, boss.
I heard you say that.
And he goes, and he just kind of nods, didn't really say much.
Copy that. Roger. Affirmative.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. And then 10 minutes later, he says into the microphone, Dawson, don't be wasted by the second show.
Oh, because
I'm like, I'm working, boss. I'm not drinking.
Because you walked up with a brown drink. It was in a glass, but it was a tea. Like, because
tea and honey.
When you go to bars and you order a coffee, they don't give it to you in a mug. They give it to you in those weird tall glasses with a little handle. Yeah,
right.
The tall mug, a clear tall mug.
So that's why he said it.
But that looks exactly like an Irish coffee.
I did say I'm drinking tea, but I didn't think he was. I thought it was obvious that it was tea. But maybe he might have thought it was.
Because it wasn't a mug. Those things kind of look like cocktails when you're drinking it. I thought it was because of that. You're holding that, and you had to explain that it was tea.
Well, also, weren't you having a good time at the Vegas show recently? Maybe that was on his mind.
It probably was.
No,
but,
the San Diego show.
He's San Diego show.
Oh,
that was fun.
Yeah, he had a good time.
That was fun. Shit, dude. My job was easy on that one, though. Fucking, I had to do one live show.
We took the tour bus.
I had to introduce the second live show, but that's it.
Yeah.
And then tour bus home. I was drinking. That
and
was
the hot
fun.
chick gave Dawson a drink, and it was
right.
It was all uphill from there.
Where is she now?
Where is she? Misconnection.
I don't know. It's all good.
Yeah, that guy who confirmed it was hilarious. Anyway, yeah, so Dawson did get open, but either way, a lot of Bobo boys and gals at Brea.
I did ask I told the manager what's up. Mikey, I guess his name was.
Yep, that's his name.
And I got to email him. And
what do you mean you told him what's up? What does that mean?
Oh, yeah, okay, I should probably be clear.
I was just going to let him talk.
Yeah, the production meeting. I told Mikey what happened. I said, hey, dude, I put together, like, first I say, I don't know if you remember me. I opened for Brad Williams. He's like, yeah, dude, I remember you. Good job. I'm like, okay, I got other stuff, dude. I got like 10, 11 minutes. I'd love to come here and do it one night. I just like this place. Everybody's super cool. And it's easy. To get out there, really. And the dude said, yeah, absolutely. So I got to email him. He said, he'll find a night, and I'm going to go back to Brea. I'm going to do my 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do my 2 tight 5s.
2 tight 5.
I'm going to introduce myself twice.
Equal tight 10.
That's right.
So when you say you have, well, I love that. So what do you say?
He said, hell yeah. He'll find a night.
Dude. Yeah. Well, let us know. Keep us updated because I'm sure, as I said, there was some Bobo. Because the Bobo Army came out.
There was some unresolved angst at the end of that day. I felt like I went to a karaoke bar and I didn't sing a song. I went to the ocean and I didn't swim.
Dude,
you know,
I know exactly what you mean. I get
fucking Dawson, now. I got to work that out, and it's like it's going to be a tick for a while.
I got to be honest with you, man. It was rough being there with you at points in that day. The one that really sticks out was sort of right before the second show. I was standing right next to you, and we'd just kind of been chilling for a while. And Izzy was standing there, and out of nowhere, Dawson just goes, I could be doing 5 right now. And he said he said it in such a defeating, like, it was just, I just felt for him as my friend. Like, you're right, you could, dude. You could. That's true. And I can't say anything to make you feel better.
My last effort, then I went in and I my second effort was talking to August in the green room. And I'm like, I forget what I said. I just put it in him. And August put some hope in me. And he said, keep it chambered. You never know what's going to happen. Keep it chambered.
Yeah, it sounds like August.
That's an August move.
He put the hope in me. And I just kept trying to make myself seen just to be near Adam so that I could sneak in. Tie 5, bro. Tie 5.
Dawson was in Adam's eye line in just any way possible.
I was hanging out.
Beautiful. The way you're doing it is. I enjoyed watching.
And then my last effort was Nate walked by, and it was like 10 minutes until we were going to start. And Nate walks by, and I go, hey, Nate, if you want, dude, I'll go do 5. And he just goes, huh, and walks away.
Yeah, he lost a year.
Nate
lost
was
a few days, and Nate lost
the only person busier than Chris that day.
Yeah. Nate was directing this.
No, it was great, and it was understandable. It could have possibly thrown the thing off.
Yeah.
You know, and this was maybe I'll get the chance the next time, but who knows?
I understand that angst. I'm sure a lot of people do. Like, let's say you do go to the karaoke night and you go up to the list, and there are a lot of names at the list, but you still write your name and you're ready to sing this song that you've been practicing and that you want to sing for karaoke, and your friends are there and they're all kind of waiting around too, and then it gets to the end of the night. All right, sorry, this is the last one, and it's not you. Maybe you're even next. And just that bummer of like, man, I waited this whole time, and there's just this pent-up energy that I need to release on stage.
But that's fucking life.
You got performance blue balls.
Yeah.
Dude.
I did. I got performance blue balls. Yep.
You know who gets them all the time is the bass player in my band, Will. He always gets them. Like, we'll play shows, and then he's the kind of guy that always waits for the one more song chant. We don't get it every time. But he kind of just waits for it. And he doesn't put his bass down, or he puts it down real slow, like waiting, and then he'll may hear somebody go like in the back, like, oh, one more song. And he'll look like, oh, one more song? You guys want one more song? You guys want one more song? And then kind of like,
that's a little
good. Yeah, that
can be a little bit of a bummer.
And then he kind of pulls it out, like, come on, you want to do one more? Let's do it. They want one more. They want one more. And I'm like, and Dawes, what do you think of this? We played all the bangers.
You're going to play everything you want to play.
We already played everything we want to play.
I'll do one more song if they're telling me you can only play a 30-minute set.
Yeah, well, we played it. Well, we have other songs, but they're not bangers. Yeah. Like, they're good. I'm not saying they're filler, but we ended it on a banger.
They aren't singles.
Here's a problem we're gonna have. We're gonna have the opposite problem in Austin this Friday at WTF Ice House on 6th Street.
Yes.
We are supposed to play for 90 minutes.
Right.
And we got 70 minutes of music. So we're going to stretch them.
We're going
to stretch 11 songs into
How's your banter?
13 songs into
Yeah. Open the solo sections up. Play the bridge twice,
That's
whatever.
What's going to happen.
Just do an improv song. Just sing about what people are doing.
Wannabe is going to last like 11 minutes.
Oh, you guys are doing Spice Girls. I love that song.
yes.
That's
so
really good.
Yes,
I haven't heard that cover yet, but I'm sure.
So good.
I'm sure it's good.
Claws are master.
Say that again. So it's this Friday?
Friday in Austin, Tejas.
WTF.
WTF Ice House. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot Ice House.
Tickets or you show up at the door?
Free show.
Oh, Woo! Come on,
All their
Austin.
shows are free.
Show up.
Can't beat
Yeah,
that.
it's just live music every night.
Mike Dawson's
Well, we'll be there
traveling to
Friday night.
Austin, and it's free.
Yeah.
What kind of an asshole would stay home?
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing money on this.
No, I know. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's not free to
I'm
get
sorry,
to
let me
Austin.
rephrase that. I'm losing money on this.
You don't just go, I have a show, and the airline's like, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's fun. This is a great place. We played there before. And this will probably be the last time we're in Texas for a while because we're going to stick to Los Angeles and the surrounding areas for a while.
I'd focus mostly on surrounding areas. Given some of
it's the
those
surrounding
rules.
areas. We'll be playing a lot of east desert shows.
I.e., maybe some Ventura County. Come down to OC.
Somewhere in Brea, dude. I'm going to book us in Brea.
Bro, there's that same guy manages Copper Blues next door, which does live music.
Well, shit. I guess we're going to play that.
You were in Copper Blues.
We
That
played
was where we were
Copper Blues.
hanging out.
That's
That's
right.
where we were taking photos. The
I
other
do
night.
like that stage, too.
It's a
one of
cool
those
stage.
stages
That's a
that comes
really
right
great
up to the
stage.
bar.
We played that stage.
It's a
So if
cool
you
stage.
when you want to drink and you're
Yep.
on stage, you're at, hey, give me a beer.
You know, the other thing, Dawson, I don't know if you noticed it, but on that side where all the people were lining up, those are all giant garage doors that open. So when the weather is good, they can open those doors, and it's an all open-air venue.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
shit.
It's
that's
a
like
really
Nashville.
cool place.
Let's do a double bill.
Let's go.
Let's totally do a
we
double
played
bill.
with the Copper Blues in Oxnard, I think.
Yeah.
Before. So yeah, let's go there.
That one's attached to
So
Levity Live.
how about this? The night you open, let's play that night too. The night you do your comedy set, we should do a bill. You should
Do
tell
they
them on
run
that.
music and comedy at the same time?
No, they'll stagger them. You can get your comedy blue balls out
Yeah.
and then get up and get
Usually
your
after
music blue balls on.
after comedy, they go out there. They spill out there. So what do you think of that?
Well, I mean, I think I'm only going to be doing 10 minutes, and it's going to be early on in the show. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter when they start the bands as long as they do them simultaneous.
2 birds, 1 stone. I love it. All right. Oh, also speaking of band thoughts, let me know what your thoughts of this, and you too, Gary. I played a show that night.
Crazy to me.
Crazy to Gary. Worked a full day and then literally just drove straight to Long Beach. I had Mikey and Will kind of set up. They even set up my guitar because I was so worried I was going to get there so late. So I literally just got in my car, walked on stage, and we started playing. And unbeknownst,
Ooh la la,
I
King
know.
in the Castle.
Oh, I know. This is how it needs to be.
castle.
Unbeknownst to me, though.
Set up my guitar, peons. I'll be late.
Yes. Unbeknownst to me, there's 3 guys in the band: me, Will, and Mikey. Unbeknownst to me, Will is wearing a toga
Why?
because
Because it's Halloween the night before. Yeah.
You're an adult.
This is like
it's
an
the night
upscale.
before.
This
No,
is
it's
like an
true,
upscale
yeah.
place, and Will is in there looking full Little Caesar pizza.
Are you performing for free?
No, we were getting paid. And so what? And Mikey's kind of like,
Is Mikey in the costume?
no, it was not discussed amongst
All or none.
If Mikey was in a
It's
costume, that's a
all or
different
it's
discussion.
none.
Yeah. So I thought it was
Yeah.
fun. It was actually pretty funny but
Yeah.
it's like, oh, interesting choice. And it reminded me, the opposite thing happened to me when my friend Tracy years ago had a going away party on October 30th, the
Okay.
day before Halloween.
And Will showed up in a toga.
Yeah. No. Well, I have 2 stories about that. Well, one, it's October 30th. It's a Saturday night, and it's a going away party at her house. I go dressed as Albert Einstein, full, like, dyed my hair, wore the full getup, fake mustache, got the Briar's pipe, a real one with real tobacco in it. I was really gonna smoke it because if I'm gonna get a Briar's pipe, better be real. And I went all out, walked in. Nobody else is in costume but me. And it was like a needle scratch moment where I saw guys through the sliding glass door pointing and laughing at me as I walked in. And I'm just standing there like I couldn't look more dumb. So
That sucks.
Mikey was there. He's wearing like a plaid shirt. He goes into like Tracy's room and finds some cowboy boots, puts them on, tucks in his shirt, and comes out as like a Western dude.
All right.
and
now
walks around.
That's a bro.
Nice.
Yeah, what a bro. But that was pretty tough.
And then Will went into the bedroom, took off the sheets, and wrapped them around him.
Toga.
Will actually wasn't at that party, but there was a time my friend had a tie-dye shirt party.
Where you make the tie-dye
We
shirts
make the tie-dye
and then you wear
shirts
them?
and we wear them.
Sure.
It was fun.
And do mushrooms.
And Will was kind of newer to the group, so I texted him later. I'm like, hey, man, my buddy's having a party. Why don't you come by? And Will comes by, tie-dye shirt on. and a 24-pack of C-, and just walking in over his shoulder and like, hey, what's up? And they're like, oh, Will, you knew it was a tie-dye party? And he looks around like, there's a tie-dye party? He just wears tie-dye all the time.
Now, I have one question about this performance at Tantalum. Were you guys on a stage that had a riser?
Yes, there was a stage. And Will...
Was Will wearing the traditional undergarment for a toga?
No, he wasn't. And there's... when we play at this place, there's a switch underneath like one of the shelves over there that you have to bend over to turn off the house music when you start playing because you go through the house.
It's right underneath Will's legs.
It's right under Will, and Will. It's always been Will's job to turn it off and on because that's where he stands. And through the year that we've been playing there, Will, all right, Will, hit the house music. And he hit the house music and gave everyone a show of his butt.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty great. So I had to hit the house music after that one because we played 3 sets that night. But yeah, so that's
all good.
Yeah, but anyway, great.
It's a funny story.
Yeah,
it's a funny story, but no, that kind of thing needs to be thought through.
You got to give the text straight.
Yeah, that should be in the group chat.
Yeah, I agree. But look, whatever. That's what you get with Loxy. You never know. Yep. You never know.
Just one small correction. You're saying he was not wearing underwear.
I don't know, but people's cell phones came out to take photos and a lot of laughter. So he proceeded to tell me, please you hit the button. Please hit the switch for moving forward. All right. Anyway, you guys want to do some comments?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let us do it. Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's time for listening.
New computer. My last computer got stolen here.
And this one got whiskey dumped all over it.
It really did. Okay. Anyway, these are all comments found on our Facebook. What? Why are you shaking your head?
You're taking over drops with your whiskey computer right after I get a new one.
Oh, yeah.
Seems ill-advised.
I
but
know.
okay.
Gary got a brand new computer. He's really pumped on it.
I am very stoked.
I'm stoked for you, man. Gary was refreshing his FedEx. It
sat at the distribution center in Fullerton from 8 a.m. Wednesday until it was delivered to my fucking house 1.3 miles away on Friday afternoon.
Oh, that's dumb.
How is that okay?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Gary orders the computer the moment they announce it. That's the new MacBook. They announce it. Gary orders it because it's Gary. It's Tech Talk Gary. He has to get it.
It's because I've been waiting 6 years.
He's been talking before the event. He's been talking about how he's going to do this. He finally does it, gets the order. They say, you're getting it next Saturday. Gary's hitting refresh on his computer about every 10 minutes till then.
Correct.
And then he finds out, moved up to Friday. Ooh. And I'm thinking, Gary, what is the possibility that it moves up even early? And he goes, it's very strong because this computer was in Shanghai last night and it's now in Nashville today. And then boom, hits Fullerton on Wednesday. He could be getting it Wednesday. That's 1 mile from his house. No.
But
and
they
Dawson,
told you Friday,
and
so
Dawson,
they put it in
okay.
the pay no mind pile.
No, so here's what happened. Wednesday, 8/11, it gets scanned in Fullerton, and I'm like, babe, this is amazing. I might get this today. I might get this tomorrow. Friday it seems unlikely at
He
this
calls
point.
me babe, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Then I get a text. From my friend who ordered it at the same time.
I like Teddy Bear for Chris. I call Chris Teddy Bear.
I open this text, Dawson. It's a picture of his MacBook. He has gotten his. We ordered at the exact same time.
Oh, brutal.
I believe his estimate was actually a day later than mine. Fucking FedEx. But yeah, I got it, and I love it. Go ahead.
Okay, well, anyway, I have a new computer. These are all comments found on our Facebook group. And by the way, if anybody wants to join our Facebook group, it's very easy. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC, answer a few questions,
That part's important.
and boom, you're in, maybe.
Probably. Probably. Answer the questions.
Yeah, in fact, check this out. Chris Bartschy, he shared his first post in the group. He went, #Woof Woof.
Sup?
He says, first post, too late in joining this group. No, Chris, it wasn't. We're happy you're here. Welcome to the Facebook group. Dan Calkins shared his first post. Nice. I wasn't sure if I got those questions right, but I'm glad I've been accepted. Been going hard on the Watercooler podcast this week, and I love them. Thanks a bunch, boys, and keep it up. Thanks, Dan.
Here's a little secret. Get one of the questions remotely close, and you're probably good. But just answer the questions. We want to know that you're not a bot or something. Like, we're trying to keep this a cool...
Chris. Yeah, it's cool. You guys got this.
Out of here with Chris. 100 Insomniac Gary.
But let's go to some more of these comments here. Ira Mark. He created...
Well, then remark.
Yeah, Ira Mark remarked, who would you like to guess on Watercooler from The Adam Carolla Show. The choices were Gina, Adam, or Brian.
I didn't like this poll because they're not allowed on this show.
They're not. What are you talking about? This is an open door show.
No, they got their own shows.
Really?
It's not that kind of show, man.
It's
not that kind of show.
Who do you think would be best?
Joe Coy.
Joe. Yeah. Well, Joe's on Resume a couple times. He's awesome.
I don't know what that
Until we get Damashek on the show.
He's been on the show.
Been on the show a couple
He's
times.
been on the show.
He's probably
There
the
you
most
go.
frequent guest on this
See,
show
that didn't
ever.
work.
Yeah, Damashek and Chris and Carney might be tied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I want to have Ian Bagg back.
Oh, he will be back.
I know.
The poll though, the results: Gina Grad number 1.
Yeah.
Close second, Adam Carolla.
Okay. Bald Brian,
far
distant third.
Yeah.
Far third.
Far third.
Yeah, I agree with
Distant
that.
third, Brian.
Well, I remark.
I'm good with any of them coming on.
I
I'm
remark
good with the
that
poll.
none of them should be on this show. This is a safe space, bro. I don't even want them listening to this show.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Gina's listened.
There would be a certain novelty in watching Adam react to some of the shit that we do.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be wildly uncomfortable, but I don't know.
Gina Grad
the Shea
listened.
Fondleween outro or something.
Gina Grad listened to the one where we recapped her wedding.
Oh, yeah?
And she loved Gary's faux pas with the guy.
Oh, God.
With the guy with the spinny video.
I still feel so bad about that.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Where I
Vaguely.
just steamrolled the guy.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
explain
whatever,
his
dude.
business to me, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I
we
got it,
good,
man.
we
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 360
Fucking asshole.
selfie video. Yeah.
I'm trying to do better.
Well, Gina loved that. Let's see. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this. Nicky Carmona, also sharing his first post, by the way. Welcome, Nicky.
What's up?
Bobo Boy Army. What is the top sad boy song of the 90s and early 2000s? I'm making a mixtape. I'll start it off. He thinks the two saddest songs on this mixtape. Adam's song, Blink-182.
That was going to be my...
And Father of Mine, Everclear.
That's up there as well.
Also
There's
sad.
a couple more Everclear songs that I could throw in there.
Check out any number of songs from Live's Throwing Copper album.
Yeah, that's a very good album as well. Yeah. God, that was one of my favorite albums as a kid.
It was.
I loved that album.
Try an experiment if you can locate it, which you can on like any music streamer. Try listening to that record again.
I'll listen to it on the way home.
They're only. It throws me now.
I think it's going to be just
it's
nostalgia
very
for
time
me.
capsule.
Yeah, I think it's because I was. I mean, you were probably a teenager, right?
No, what
Early
was that?
20s.
Was that 90,
Ish.
91, 2?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I guess I was junior, senior in high school.
Right. So I was like 9 or 10.
Okay.
I was just forming my musical preferences. My sister was trying to influence a lot. She was pushing a lot of Pearl Jam 10, stuff like that. Presidents of the United States of America. Ooh. That album, that Peaches album.
Was never a fan.
It wasn't-
only because of the name.
Yeah, it was.
I just said I can't like you guys.
I didn't think it
don't
was
like
the
your
greatest music, but I liked their. I think it was them that had a single called "Shit Town."
Name. No, that was Live. Yeah,
That was Live. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, I interchanged them all.
yeah. The song about this waitress, I forget what it's called. Come on, baby, leave some change behind.
Yep.
She was a bitch, but I don't care. She brought her food out on time.
When was the last time you cried because of music, Dawson?
At a Rush show.
It was a Rush show?
Yeah, and then more recently than that, I was watching on my TV a Rush show.
Dude, the Rush DVDs, I watch those all the time. They're really, really good. They're full concert DVDs. I would say there's a song. I was trying to look up the name earlier. I don't remember what it was, but it's so sad. It's by Manchester Orchestra, who've been on the Carolla Show before. I've been a big fan of. I was a big fan of them when they came on, so it was like kind of cool. They're like the first group. I'm like, oh my god, a band that I think is cool is on the show, and they were fans of Adam.
It was after Chris Isaac, David Lee Roth, Joe
This is
Walsh.
before all them. Before they were early, probably before you, Doss. It was before you. You were even on the podcast. I was just a intern on the show, and Manchester Orchestra came in. They brought like a 6-pack of beer.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they were pumped to be on the show. They listen to it when they're on tour. But they have a song. I forget what it's called. It's off one of their earlier albums where it's so good too. I think it's "I Can Feel a Hot One." I'm not sure, but it's about a guy he got in a car accident with his pregnant girlfriend, and he's just on the ground looking at his pregnant girlfriend as he's like losing life, just thinking just thinking of what's going to happen between him and his girlfriend and his
Jesus Christ
baby, and the whole song's about it's gnarly and it's beautiful. If I remember the name, if anybody wants to look it up, go ahead. But it's by Manchester Orchestra. Other sad songs: "Tears in Heaven," of course. "Brick" by Ben Folds. 5.
Yeah.
There's a couple in my mind off of Yourself or Someone Like You.
Oh yeah. "Brick." If I said "Brick," "Creep," I mean "Creep."
Creep.
Yeah,
Great one.
Radiohead. "Last Kiss" by Pearl Jam.
That's a great one.
What's famously, not really famously, but the first time I ever performed live in front of a crowd.
Nice.
"Last Kiss."
Everyone knows that. Yeah, that's famously.
"Into Damn It."
Yeah.
Yeah. "Jumper." "Third Eye
Yeah.
Blind." "Save Tonight." I think it's like a more
I
of
don't
a.
think that's a-
It's a beautiful goodbye song than it is a.
Is that Eagle Eye Cherry?
Yeah.
That's Nana Cherry's brother.
Yeah,
dude.
Mr. Eagle Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a band name, but no, Eagle Eye is a guy's name, and then Eagle Eye Cherry. That's kind of an upbeat song too. It's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's necessarily sad, but it's more of a beautiful goodbye song. "I Can't Make You Love Me." That one's pretty good. And I always hear the urban legend is Bonnie Raitt sang that in her first take, and it wasn't pitch perfect, but they're like the emotion was there, so we're keeping it.
It's a
And that's
great
what she
Bonnie
is.
song.
Yeah. "Wake Me Up When September Ends."
No, okay.
It's all right. It's a little too rock and maybe a little too catchy. I don't know. It doesn't really make me as sad, although it has provided some great memes.
Oh, yeah.
Throw in the
last
Ataris' Boys of Summer in your mix.
That's probably made you
Yeah.
cry.
It's a great fucking cover, but that's some sad boy shit.
I've seen them play that live. You know, Chris Rowe, the singer of the Ataris, he plays his guitar upside down, but the strings are upside down. Like he plays it left hand with the low E on the lowest to the ground. So yeah, it's kind of
double reverse.
double reverse.
He's a double
That's how he plays
agent.
guitar. Yeah. Oh, let's
It's
see.
weird.
I agree. David Hundley, who's been doing the Bean Scale AI model, he says, "Just took my kids out trick-or-treating. Nobody was handing out king-size bars, but this hero was passing out White Claws and B+s to the adults. Never have I ever been more tempted to bark at a stranger." I love that, and I've kind of been seeing that as well. I think Gary saw something like that.
I didn't see anyone handing out canned beverages, which would be a lot more would have been better in my experience during the current times. But I rolled up on a house, Dawson, where this guy was just straight up handing out Jell-O shots, like prepackaged
I like
in
'em.
their own little thing. I like them too. I'm not going to say that my family,
Nice.
between me and my wife, didn't have more than one, but
Yeah.
it was great.
Those are the people you want to make friends with in your neighborhood.
Well, luckily for me, my son is very fond of their daughter, and they're in the same class. So
Nice.
I think this will be someone I interact with again.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool thinking about the adults when they
Yeah.
come by like that.
And for the record, this house just was doing Halloween right. They also had like a full bounce house set up in the front yard, and like a few other, like a fire pit and like some other cool stuff. Like they were doing Halloween correct.
Yeah. Alexander Gaxiola,
Gexiola.
he put up a poll. Do you like candy corn?
No.
Well, the options are yes, I'm horrible, which I feel is very leading, or no, I'm a sane person. Yes, I'm horrible at 42%. It's almost divided evenly. No, I'm a sane person at 57%.
What if you don't like it, but if it's around, you'll eat at least one just to be sure you don't like it?
That's interesting.
I have things like that. But
Okay. Candy corn is dangerously close to my Nickelback theory, where it's like it's just cool to dislike it. I don't think you really hate it that much.
I agree. That's a very, very neat phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the problem for me is that you put candy right there in the name, and then it doesn't taste good.
Well,
And it's the first name.
It's the main name.
Yeah.
It also doesn't taste like corn.
It also doesn't taste like corn, but
So
it does
what are we
look
doing?
like kernels
I
of corn.
prefer
though.
that it doesn't taste like corn. I
Yes.
think I like it better that it doesn't actually taste like corn. It
but
resembles
wouldn't you
a
like it
corn
better?
kernel.
Wouldn't you like it better if it tasted like candy?
You know, have they come out with a candy corn cereal yet? Because I bet they will.
I'm sure
one
they
day.
have.
Well, it is very divisive, even more so now than ever, I think.
What are your thoughts? You seem to be trying to stay out of this fray.
Yeah.
I enjoy candy corn to an extent. After about 10, I'm out. I've had enough.
For the year?
Possibly. But man, that first candy corn, I'm in, baby. I'm having a great time.
There is a company that is making
Dawson
candy
just hit his
corn,
cough button with his
and
hand.
They only can sell it at Halloween. So there's probably some candy corn lobbyists at the candy conglomerate.
Yeah.
Consortium.
Thank you.
I know that's what you're looking for.
Really pushing for this candy corn acceptance, and I honestly think they thrive on the negativity.
That's a really interesting point. Okay, because
We
candy
could
corn,
kill candy corn if we just stopped talking about it.
candy corn, they decided. I mean, it's corn. Corn is a year-round food. They decided, let's get into Halloween when every other candy is trying to get in to the spotlight here, and that's like doing a battle of the bands at Coachella.
Well,
like,
I think
why is my band going to go play at Coachella and try to get noticed? Candy corn should be like, I don't know, a March candy, maybe a June candy,
But I think that
a summer barbecue candy.
But I think the corn lobby is so in awe of the fact that they were able to get into candy with a back door anyway that they're just like, we'll take the fall.
Wait, is candy corn big corn or big candy? Which
It's certainly not big candy because it doesn't taste good, so it's got to
I
be
don't
big
know.
corn.
I want to see the receipts.
Yeah.
Maybe the Hershey company owns big corn.
Speaking
big
of
candy, big corn.
Speaking of receipts, is there any bigger flex in the world than the UN coming out and saying that $6 billion can end hunger? And Elon Musk tweeted, "If you can show me the accounting, I'll sell the stock and give you the money right now." But he was like, but all the accounting has to be publicly like blockchain controlled so that the public can understand it.
yeah,
So prove that to me, and I'll give you the money today.
that's a big
That's
old flex.
I like it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Victoria Gabay. Oh, she says, who in SoCal is going to see Los Angeles December 3rd at the
shit.
Mint? That's Friday night.
Saw Victoria at Brea. She
Yeah, I
was
did get a
drinking a
chance to see
Shirley
her.
Temple.
Oh, yeah, I saw her post that, and then she said, and then everyone's like, oh, did you see the guys? And she's like, oh, yeah, I saw Gary and Chris run around, but I talked to Dawson. Oh, you
Yeah.
want to talk to us, Victoria?
I think she was being respectful.
She was
of us
sitting
being
in her.
busy.
Yeah, she was. I walked around to say hi. to
I'm
her.
around.
Yeah.
You were not around.
I wasn't around.
I barely saw you. In fact, I haven't even told you, speaking of flexes, did you see that Jay Leno showed up in one of the first 25 Tesla Model S Plaids?
Yeah.
I walked out there and I was staring at this car. I was like, how am I seeing one of these? There's 25 of these. I should never see one of these in person. And I was walking away like, who the fuck is driving that to... Oh, yeah, Jay Leno's our guest. And it like all came into focus. And I was like, yeah, that fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry we missed you, Victoria.
Yeah.
Also, Danny Wheatbread was there.
Yep.
For the Rob Riggle show. I didn't see him either. And
What the heck?
I DM'd him after, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?" And he was like, "Yeah, we might have pre-gamed a little bit before we got there.
Oh,
And,
okay.
we're having a good time. Sorry I didn't see you." So
well, Victoria, hope you had a great time. I'm sure you did because they were killer shows. But anyway, Dawson at
Yeah.
the Mint, December 3rd. Look at you, dude, just playing
That's
everywhere.
right. December 3rd at the Mint. The Smoking Kills.
Yeah, I've added it to my calendar.
will you have candy
actually.
corn there?
No, I will have a full bar that will serve you any alcohol you want.
Just if I bark at him?
No, you got to pay full
you
price,
gotta-
but
yeah, you
full
gotta
bar,
pay
full
for it.
price.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be like what, 4:35 in the afternoon?
10:30 at night on a Friday.
Ooh, as a parent, I'm sorry.
I know. I feel it.
Sorry, bro.
That's a late show.
That's a fucking fun show if you have the right set of parameters.
Let's see. Eric Lepore says, what did all the Bobo Boys hand out for Fondleween this year? We gave out little Huggies, Capri Suns. Well, that's kind of interesting.
Wait,
Milk-
what's a little Huggy?
I don't know. It sounds like a chocolate candy.
It sounds like, he's a new father. If he's giving out Huggies,
Oh, diapers?
I don't know.
Did you give out diapers? Eric?
Explain yourself.
They're in
Lepore.
Pennsylvania, so maybe there's a regional candy.
You know what? He's also a hot dog connoisseur. Maybe he made pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, maybe.
And he calls them little Huggies.
Well, it gave him little Huggies, which is also weirdly my rapper name. Capri Suns, Milky Ways, and Three Musketeers. That's strong.
The Capri Sun's a weird flex. I like it.
Dude, I'd
Well,
be
because
stoked if I
maybe
got a
kids are
Capri
eating
Sun.
candy on the way.
They
and they
need
need a
it, yeah.
refreshing drink.
You didn't
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
people
That's
don't
pretty-
think about that.
No, they
Hydrate
don't.
these
Pretty
kids.
forward thinking.
No, it's smart.
Yeah.
I gave out. I had a bag that I got from Costco that was all chocolate. And what I realized when I started to think about it before trick-or-treating started is that it was perfectly divided half and half. Half the items had peanuts in it, half the items did not. And because I live where I live, I realized that every time I opened the door, these kids were going to say trick-or-treat, and I had to go, do any of you have a peanut allergy? And about 4 of them would be like, yeah, I'm allergic to peanuts.
Oh, my
I'd be
gosh.
Like, copy that.
Wow.
You're getting some plain M&Ms or a Kit Kat or whatever. And the kids with their hands down was like, here's a Mounds, here's a Snickers, here's a whatever.
Dude,
you know?
I was tossing out the Mr. Good bars willy nilly.
yeah.
I didn't even think to ask.
You got to think about it, bro.
Well, I mean, they could.
No. You're going to get caught up in a lawsuit. Gary Go says you are
There's
not
no
good.
way that they could track that Mr. Good bar.
I don't know, man.
Reese's peanut butter cup.
You got a ring camera up in front of your door? Just saying. Just saying. It can come back to bite you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Das.
I took a nap about 2:30 or 3:30 and woke up at 5 going, fuck, I think my porch light's on. And I got up, fucking saw me. Yep, indeed, my porch light's on. Good thing it ain't dark yet. Turned that fucker off, drew the shades.
Dawson.
Continued to watch football.
How dare you? I
do
thought
it
you went
every year. I do it every year.
But this year you said you went and you got the nutsack.
Nutsack.
I got the nutsack.
Oh, you got the nutsack.
Hence
Sorry,
me
my
throwing
mistake.
the Mr. Good bars.
No.
You want to know what's in the nutsack?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Reese's peanut butter cups, Mr. Good bar, Hershey's with almonds, Reese's Take 5, the Take 5 bar, which we all agreed, best candy bar.
We did not
We all
agree.
unanimous
Somebody said so.
decision.
It is law.
It's so good. I can't confirm. Those things are delicious. That might have been, and a payday.
Now, the problem I'm having is that although my son didn't last very long, so he didn't end up bringing home a bunch of candy, they only make those sacks in one size, and it's, Costco size. So in the 15 minutes I was home before I left, I got about 30 trick-or-treaters, and I was handing them out willy-nilly just like you, Chris. But that means I only spent, I only handed out 50 or 60 pieces. I'm still sitting on half a sack here. I don't know what to do with this sack.
Dude, I bought a 200 sack.
Yeah, that's what I
200 piece
bought.
Sack. But I switched. I also mixed with Haribo gummies because I wanted to make sure I got some variety.
Loose gummies or little gummy bags?
Little gummy bags.
Okay.
Little gummy bags. You got the sour, the worms, the gummy bears. The whole. Haribo.
You went full Haribo.
Works. Went full Haribo. And then so Jen and I were taking turns, and I see Jen just giving handfuls out. Like I'm doing 2 bags a kid because I don't know how many. This is my first time getting trick. I don't know how many trick or treaters I'm going to get. It's 6 o'clock. I've already.
You're a dad. You're already a dad. It's hilarious.
I'm keeping it very, very regimented here. Just 2 bags a kid.
Well, that's the other
2
thing
bags
is that
a
you've
kid.
got to be fair because if you give out 4 to this kid,
Yeah.
and the kid behind sees and he comes up and gets 3,
Exactly.
I had a kid. I dropped something in her bucket that was still relatively empty. She looked at me. She looked back down at it. She reached in, picked it up, threw it back in the bucket I was holding,
What?
and went, "I don't like this."
No way.
And I went, "Respect.
Wow.
I will get you something you do like." And then I picked like 5 things that were in my
that
bucket.
person's parents there?
No, they were on like the curb, so not close enough to necessarily hear the interaction.
Was that your next door neighbor? For thing was empty. I mean, she
How
was
old,
close to you.
approximately?
4 or 5. Young.
That's cute.
It was not cute. It was very
Very cute.
I judged. If the parents had been there, I would have been like, noted. So I ended up, Dawson, I took 5 things that I had in my bucket, and I put them all out of my hand, and I held them out, and I was like, pick which one you'd like. And she
You did what you have to do. You did.
well,
what you
yeah,
had
I'm not
to
going to
do.
call the kid an asshole on my fucking
I
doorstep.
would have been like, well, I don't like you.
I would have loved
so
to have-
you get nothing.
Dawson,
but
you-
then they would have walked back to their parents, cried,
Exactly.
and
You know me, Dawson. You
Yeah.
know exactly what I wanted to do in that moment. When she took the candy out of her bin and put it back in mine and told me, I don't like this.
wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Brutal. I don't know. I admire the chutzpah personally.
I mean, look, it was, she ended up with the fucking candy she wanted ultimately, so who's the joke on?
Maybe
Exactly.
maybe that's the way you do it. Maybe she's a shrewd business person.
I don't know. She's got a fucking stash in her room of the candy she wants.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Michael Porter. Sorry, we got a few more. You guys good?
Yeah.
Michael Porter says, "Hey, Boba boys and girls, I need a little help. I'm traveling to North Carolina a couple weeks, and this will be my first time flying. Does anyone know if TSA accepts a photo of a Vax card, or do I need the original? Thanks."
Last time I traveled, they didn't ask.
They've never asked me. I've traveled a
You don't
ton,
need it,
unless you're
yeah.
going to Hawaii. But for anybody that needs it, a photo has always worked for me.
Although he did say that in the comments that he is concerned because he is traveling through San Francisco International Airport, and I agree. I would be more concerned going through that airport than maybe any in the country.
Yeah, maybe give him a call. Kevin McCarthy says, I've been ghosted in dating apps, even stood up. He's getting ghosted a ton. Part of he was actually ghosted a few days ago leading up to a first date and was agreed to go by someone he knew through church, but the last exchange was a discussion that this is officially a date or not just a hangout. Part of him blames it on bad phone etiquette. She's always been slow to respond to calls or texts. Even turns off her phone while at work.
That's made up. No, she doesn't.
And there's a big age difference. He's in his mid-30s. She's over 10 years younger. So the generation that lives by our number one fans, the phone, is turning off her phone.
No, that's made up.
So did she break her phone? It just sucks. Dating sucks. Kevin.
Dating does suck. I'm sorry you're going through that. That's a powerful flex on her part to ghost someone at your church.
Yeah,
you're going to see them every Sunday, one way or another. So that's a weird thing. But no, man, she's not feeling it. She didn't. No 24-year-old turns off their phone for 8 hours while they're at work.
Right.
The phone is the only.
And no 24-year-old runs to date a 40-year-old.
Well, some do.
He's
just
in
broken.
his mid-30s.
He lied.
Yeah, look.
I'm kidding.
Look, when you're in your 20s and you work a shitty job, which I presume she does because most people do in their 20s, your phone, snagging your phone for a second is your only escape to check your text messages or what's going on Twitter or whatever. Like, that's no one turns off their phone for 8 hours.
Look, she might not be interested, unfortunately, but two, she's young. She needs to grow up too. She should just tell you.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
dating-
you're gonna get that. You're gonna come across people like that. I mean, just
Dating
happens.
younger is very, very hard.
Yeah, I remember one time I went on an online or a date through an online app.
Grinder?
No, but a lot of the letters are the same. And
Grubhub.
yeah,
That does track.
yeah, better on Grubhub. And we went to a restaurant, a bar thing, and just hung out for a while. And she was really cool. We got along swimmingly, at least I thought. We did, and we're still in touch now. Just
What?
not like we
Nope.
talk a lot, but we're not like
I don't
we're
like this.
we're like friends online. We're not. Look,
So you're carrying on an online relationship.
no, Gary, it didn't work out. It ended up not working out, right? And then
More still in touch?
after the first night, like we're like, okay, this isn't working out. Boom, we're done. But she did this thing which I thought was kind of interesting. So I remember we're sitting there, we're just getting to know each other, and I was like, oh, so and then I was like, oh, what do you do? And she told me, I haven't forgot what she does, but she also is a blogger. And I read her blog, and she's like, I hate when going on dates and guys ask you what you do. What is up with that?
Oh, wait. So she told you after you had asked that question that she was a blogger, and then later you went back and discovered this?
And
Yeah.
her blog
Was about me.
That's so meta.
Was
dude.
about me asking.
That's fucking awesome.
And I'm just like,
Wait,
well,
so
no,
had she
Life
posted
imitates
that
life.
blog post
Imitates
since
life.
your date?
after.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So like, well, it didn't work out, and I was bummed because it wasn't up to me, but I'm happy now because everything's going great.
Yep.
But
Good call.
it didn't work out, and I was like, that's weird. I thought it did work out. What is going on? She was, she's younger, whatever, and then
Come to discover it's because you asked what she does.
yeah, because of that question, and she's like, I get asked that so many times, and now I'm just annoyed of it.
She doesn't like the answer. 'cause
But is it a weird
she
question
doesn't like
to
the
ask?
question because she doesn't really have a great answer. She is a blogger.
What else am I going to ask? I just met you, lady.
Well, Chris, I told you a story earlier today that we're not going to repeat the details of, but I asked somebody the same question and got way more information than
Yeah.
I ever fucking wanted in my entire life.
But it's trained me. I don't ask that anymore.
Well, I
Because
guess
thought,
I
like,
got to
do people
learn.
get upset about that?
I guess I got to learn to follow your lead. But like, what is the small talk for? Like, okay, we're two adults. We're
That's
now in
one
a
of
forced.
the things you talk about.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
though. Like,
Yeah.
but apparently it's not. Apparently, some people don't like it. So if I have to take that out of my repertoire, what am I supposed to say to an adult that I am now going to be standing next to you for more than 5 minutes?
Yeah, you don't have to take that out of your repertoire. You have to stop talking to those people.
Yeah, but that's hard to
Look, and I get it.
That's
There
hard.
are far more interesting things to ask, but I just pulled it out of my arsenal, just in case, just to keep the conversation going. It came up, but yeah, I'm weird. But it weirdly has affected me to the point where I don't ask people that very
Yeah.
often anymore because it's just like, yeah, maybe she's right. There are other interesting things to ask, but
Yeah.
I just and it's almost a man, this weather, right? It's almost just
Well, it's a safe question because presumably everyone does something. So it's like, what do you do?
What do you do? Yeah.
What do you do for a living? Like, another way of asking that is like, what do you spend most of your time doing?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
So I guess you can phrase it that way. Like,
but that seems cooked too. I don't know.
it is cooked, but like, if some people are going to be uptight about that, like, I mean,
Kevin, dating does suck, but don't worry. Just keep at it, man.
Sometimes you got to add a little southern twang and change the wordage. How do y'all make a living?
Yeah.
Yeah?
LOL or haha.
Gary Ghost must advise that you don't add any southern twang, Chris.
Okay.
Let's try it. It'll work. It'll work. It'll totally work.
So, how do you make a living? Not bad.
It's a good gump.
Thank you.
Wow.
Let's see here. Oh, Tim Blankenship. He did a long thing. You can see it on Facebook group, but he was just so stoked on Ian Bagg being on the show, and he made the suggestion. We came through. Gary gave him credit, and he's just really pumped.
Oh, did I shout him out? I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
We're all shouting him out now. Thanks, Tim. We really appreciate you listening to the show. He says it was just awesome knowing that a group of awesome guys I truly respect listened to this Hoosier from the Fort, then to continue to hear that not just from the guys, but from other Bobo boys and girls that I respect just as much.
Hey, that's great,
We
man.
have a great community. I love it.
Look, I love a good suggestion. I don't care where it comes from.
He says it's a very solo and hard to explain experience that my girlfriend definitely does not understand.
Yeah, I
We
get
you there.
that. I go home and try to tell my wife about stuff from this show.
Yeah, and lastly, Millie McCaw shared her first post. Welcome, Millie.
Millie the bird?
Maybe it's Millie McGaw or Millie McGough. Gaugh.
Millie the bird.
Mago.
Millie the bird.
Millie the bird shared her first post. She says, This week is my boss's birthday.
All right.
Can I please get a shout out for our boy, Bob Cox?
Hey, Bob Cox.
Happy birthday, Bob Cox.
Happy birthday,
Bob
Bob
Cox.
Cox.
She says, since we work virtually, I can't buy him a round of shots, so this is the next best thing.
There's a thing called Drizzly. Check it out.
Let's hope this story doesn't end up with him going house to house destroying Halloween decorations.
Well, Halloween's over, so hope the shout out got there in time.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Bob Cox.
Happy birthday, Bob Cox.
Happy
Thanks, Millie the bird.
birthday. And we destroyed Christmas decorations. Millie. In addition to Halloween decorations. All right, anyway, those are our comments. Thanks, everybody, for writing in.
Hey,
Thank you so much again for being a part of the Facebook group. Love your comments. All right, before we get out of here, let's get some plugs going. I'll start over there. Mr. Gary Smith, what do you got?
What's up? Let's see. Check out Reasonable Doubt. We have our own YouTube channel, youtube.com/Reasonable Doubt Podcast. And the full-length Best Hour will be coming out on the Adam Carolla YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to both of those.
Ooh. Gary getting on that YouTube game, and his Beyond Reasonable Doubts have been killing it.
Thanks, bro.
Because, even Adam's not there, and the show is just doing so great. So, look at Gary.
Nice.
Proud of you, man.
Thanks, man.
Mike Dawson, what's up with you?
You can literally go to Austin, Texas, at WTF Ice House Friday night. Be a long time till we're back in Texas, maybe quite a few months. So come out, please. Tell all your Texas friends. The show is free, and we'll get wasted.
Please do that. WTF Ice House this Friday.
Dawson, you need a P series for me?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Everyone bark at Dawson this Friday night. And then as for me, my band Loxy on Jam in the Van. Check out the video. It's on YouTube. You can bark in the comments. Let the guys at Jam in the Van know that you enjoyed it. We played 3 songs. It was very hot in there. I got very sweaty. And thank you again to everybody for listening to this very podcast and subscribing to our Patreon. We just finished our Banger 1. So you guys got a lot of episodes, the whole archive there. So if you guys are interested, join our Patreon at patreon.com/watercooler. Nice and clean. All right, that'll do it. We'll see you again for a Patreon episode later this week. We love you. Goodbye.